I suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder. It actually came from quite a large trauma where I died. I was drinking a cup of tea, took a sip, and apparently my wife said, I just went ambulance. I woke up 11 days later to find out that I'd been attended to by the ambulance service. My whole body, for whatever reason, and there's never been a reason, shut itself down. I then went on to spend a further 2 weeks in intensive care, and then I think I was on the wards for 4 to 6 weeks, something like that. My whole outlook on life had changed. I found it very hard to be close to my family. I found it very hard with work. I was trying to find out if there was a reason why I was still alive or if I was meant to be dead. And I couldn't balance. That merged in with a consultant who, when asked, could it happen again, said, yes, of course it can, because we don't actually know what it was. I would get up one day and think, I'm invincible, nothing can kill me, this death thing's rubbish. So I'd actually purposely not look when I walk across roads because I can't be killed, and just do silly things like that. Be completely oblivious to anyone else's feelings. And then other days, oh, am I supposed to be dead? I'm not getting up today because I might die. And it balanced, and after probably longer than that, probably about 9 months of putting my entire family through total no compassion, just doing what I wanted, my wife just gave me the ultimatum, and I just sat down and I wasn't prepared to lose my children and her. So I went back to see my doctor and said, I'm not white. I know I'm not white. And from that moment on, I was referred for the therapy that I really desperately needed. I can generally say that I come from an industry where we look down on this, you know, we're manly and we're builders and we don't need no help, and it's absolute rubbish. We actually are human beings the same as everyone else, and probably go through even more stresses and struggles, yet we're not man enough to actually admit it. And I can say that anyone with any sort of who thinks that this therapy doesn't work or whatever, I can tell you it's probably one of the best things that I've ever gone through. My workplace, while I was going through this, were, again, they was aware of the problems, they had seen it, they'd also been keeping an eye on me, they also spoke a lot to my wife, which obviously I didn't find out till afterwards. And I think the way they managed me and looked after me was a real credit, because they knew there was something wrong and I was never like that. So incredibly thankful to all parties, really, because it was a joint action and no one looked down and said, oh, you know, throw him away, get someone else to do the job or whatever. They all sat down and said, right, let's get him the right help, and I can only thank them for that.